Hello everyone. Today is a special video. Today we are gonna look at we're gonna basically talk about funny moments in during our filming. This is basically a behind the scenes video, basically talking about and reminiscing about funny moments we've had while we did our films. So I have Justin to talk with me, so he may come out now.
Hello.
So what are we talking about, Justin? I probably said it, but
Yeah, well, funny moments in videos, in our videos.
yeah. So the first one is Stranded Survival. Gonna put the logo in the middle of us of Stranded Survival. There you go. And this was a funny moment we had in Stranded Survival is not seeing the giant pterosaur beside us, and we're like talking, and it was right there. You want to
Yeah,
explain?
because they hadn't. The thing is, camera people hadn't given us up absolutely zero warning that they were recording or that the dinosaur would land. Because normally they would have given us some kind of sign that there was a dinosaur there. They hadn't given us any sign, so we thought, oh, we still had time, and so it's like, boy, what is this?
Yeah, that was like a funny moment we had, and mm, we were like talking, and then there's like, oh, because like, oh, we're recording, and we're like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
That was a funny moment in Strand Survival.
I
And
I think I have two more funny moments, kind of.
for Stranded,
Um, yeah, for Stranded. And this one you'll actually hear us complain a lot about when we talk about Stranded Survival. And I think Mateus knows what I'm about to say,
the
because I can see the
basket,
smile.
the
The
basket.
basket. Yeah. The fact that the basket was almost in every shot kind of is like funny. Because it's like a funny moment, because like this basket's just constantly there.
We didn't think of taking it out because we didn't think my dad was gonna go near the direction or have like the camera in that direction, and
Yeah.
I forgot to cut it out. So you see the basket just laying there in some
Yeah.
shots. So
The other one, it's kind of a mix of both a funny and a painful moment. Is when we get to the scene where we're running from,
Harbosaurus.
is it the Torbosaurus? And so we jump behind a log to escape its
Oh
sight.
yeah, and you
But what you don't notice is behind the log there was actually some branches sticking out. And when I had gone to jump, I had rammed the side of my leg straight into one of those branches, and it hurt really bad
so he was
because I
grimacing.
had thrown my whole weight onto it. And so like you don't really notice because I cover it really well, but I am like grimacing in pain behind the log after like
Hmm.
having full body slammed into it. But like as the saying goes, the show must go on, right? So I just continued on with it, but it's like that hurt.
Yeah, and that that was a interesting moment. And then goodbye, sorry, guys, my mother. So continuing, um, then we've got Draco Chaos. Here's the logo, and this was a funny moment in this movie is Justin falling on his butt down the hill. And yeah, do
Yeah.
you want to explain? Because it was you that happened to you. So,
Okay. Yeah. What happened is like, so we had already gone. We had already tried going down the hills to see how well it would work with the scene, and I'd managed to do it perfectly fine without falling. So I'm like, okay, I'll be able to do it again when we actually do the clip. But what ended up happening is my foot ended up hitting like an extremely soft and slippery patch of dirt, and my foot just slid with all the dirt as it slid down, causing me to fall completely.
and he falls flat on his butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, there's actually another funny moment, which actually isn't really captured by the camera, but the thing is, I had caught it, and it's the scene where, as you see us getting chased, when we go to the garage and enter in the pin for the garage. What you don't notice, but I did notice, is the gun that Mateus was using for that had been cocked, but it hadn't been cocked forward. And so it's just in the primed back position and he's shooting. It's like in real life that would not work at all. Like, dude, you'd be shooting nothing.
I'm sorry, guys. And I have a Nerf gun here. And if you do like that, this is basically what I was doing.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't
like it was
cocked.
like cocked all the way back.
You need to
Like
go
so
like
like
that.
yeah, it was like that, like back, but nothing and he was shooting. It's like dude that ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, so that was a funny moment. I remember that. And then, of course, then we have Jurassic World, Spinosaurus attack. I don't know if there was any funny moments in that one that I remember. So let's just pass that one. And then of course we have oh, I remember in Tyrannosaurus Perseus. I forgot, so basically this is the logo. In Tyrannosaurus Perseus, I there was this scene, it was around the ending of the movie. I recorded it and I was, and then I noticed several years later, I think at the beginning of this year, I believe, and I made a video of it for you guys. My grandma appeared behind the scenes in the background, and you can just see her sitting down in the bench next by. And I'm like, I didn't notice until like this year, and I'm like, my grandma made a cameo appearance. So it was quite shocked. It was crazy. I was like, how did I not notice this? Well, that happened. And then came Jurassic World Herbivore Clash, and we know a very funny moment that me and Justin both remember. And it's like one of the most funniest moments that just makes me and Justin laugh really hard. And you want to explain, Justin? He has no words, guys. He has no words.
Okay, so for any of you who have seen some of our other videos, you'll know exactly what this moment is, especially if you have watched Herbivore Clash. And it's the part, it's the scene where I'm loading the gifts and stuff into the vehicle, but what happens is Mateus, as a random
Bystander,
bystander, ends up
runs
basically
past.
absolutely just runs past the car, yelling almost incoherently. And the reason why it's so funny is because for anyone who has ever seen Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, it sounds a lot like Marv after he had got hit in the head 3 times by a brick and then tried to warn Harry of the fourth brick coming. And at that point, he's like speaking completely incoherent. And it reminded us both of that clip so much.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen Home Alone 2, you should watch number one and number two. They're honestly pretty good movies and they're really funny and funny moments. So
Honestly, some of the best Christmas movies out there.
yeah, and I didn't mean to, but I kind of, I guess, recreated Marv screaming. So yeah, that was a funny moment that you saw. And then
Yeah.
and then came and then there was Trapped in Terror. I don't know if I did any funny stuff in that one. Um, um, I don't remember too much funny stuff in that one. And then came Jurassic World Prehistoric Peril. And there was a funny moment that made me and Justin laugh really hard is Michaela's screams.
That also made her friend laugh too, if I remember.
Yeah. So we were in the hallway and we were telling her she was the villain because you guys probably saw that Jurassic World Prehistoric Peril. She was the villain, and and it was her death scene. And do you want to say more, Justin?
I'll let you continue.
And and then she like my dad was recording, and she was like, and then she because she was being killed, she screamed like this, ah, like a pretty lame scream or something like that. And that just made me and Justin like we had to hold in our laughter because it sounded so pathetic.
It also got California's actress laughing too.
Yeah. So it was just that was a funny moment. Like I remember the behind the scenes video, Justin was like we're not lying. We had a hard time not to laugh because of the screams. That's what he said. So it was quite funny. And how did I yeah, that was just a funny moment. And and then of course we have we also have the Jurassic World Raptor Trap. A funny moment in that movie is the Macarena Raptor. My sister's friend was in the raptor costume, and we said, "Hey, let's make her dance to some music." And we're like,
Just
let's
dance.
pick
Do
the
funny dance.
Macarena.
Exaggerate the
And
dance.
then she was like dancing while in the costume with the music playing. That was a funny moment in Raptor Trap. And yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. That was our funny moments video. Um, those were the main funny moments we had for like Stranded, Chaos, and Herbivore Clash, and Prehistoric Peril, and Raptor Trap. So um, I
Yep.
hope you guys have a rest of you good of your day, and bye.
Bye.